Yeah. And welcome to my channel. And Ali, welcome back again. It's great having you here.
Oh, I'm always pleased to be with you. And I love her mushrooms behind her head because it kind of looks like, I don't know, it just looks like either UFOs or it looks like little umbrellas. But anyway, I love
Yeah.
that.
And
Thank you for.
I love the chat before and after.
Uh-huh. I
Yeah.
agree with you. Yeah. We catch up with each other at least once a month, and that's important to me and I think to Trudi too. So I love to hear what she's learning, and now she's dipping her toes into stoicism and other things. So that's pretty exciting. Yeah.
I didn't realize there is something. I know about Stoic, but I didn't realize there's something about Stoicism. And it's like a whole set of belief system.
It
How to
is. Oh, yes. Yeah.
pursue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it
And
is. It's
yeah,
wonderful, though. Yeah, look who's here. Who have
yes,
we got?
actually,
Oh, my goodness.
yeah,
Here they all come.
yeah, I couldn't pronounce. Oil painter Diana
Oil
and
painted Diana. Yeah. Yeah.
Lima, Lalima, Zen, Bo.
Yeah.
Maria is receiving abundance. Oh, I love that name.
Don't you love that? Hi, Harley, too. Yeah. And Carl.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Victor.
Wow.
Yeah. Wonderful. 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 I hope things are going good for you today, Carl. Hello, Teresa, CJ, Stephanie. Thanks all for being with us this morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was zero, and all of a sudden it feeling.
Boom. We love that. We love
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Wow. I hope everybody's doing okay. It's pouring rain here. And
Oh,
I went out to get coffee and it was cold. I had to put my heater on in the car. That's very, very interesting. Oh
Linda,
my.
hi from Texas, very hot.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah. I bet you are hot. I bet Connie's here. Yes, and
yeah,
Rachel's here. Yeah.
great.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember when I first arrived at Texas in a boat. We arrived
Right.
with a boat. And the first thing they tell us is you have to get air conditioner. Don't
Oh
think
yeah.
you can live without it, or you end up sleeping at the shower room. We have a huge shower room at the marina.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh. Yeah.
it's not just hot. You
Oh,
can't go
oh,
outside. It's
you can't
just
do anything. No, you
humid.
can't. Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
And sometimes when it's like that hot, it also is very there's lightning and thunder that shows up. And it's very violent, thunder and lightning. But yeah, I remember I went to class with somebody that had grown up like 10 years before I did. He was 10 years older than me, and he said his dad sold air conditioning in Louisiana before the very first air conditioners, and it was like the 50s or the 60s, I don't know. And he said he lived without them all, and I know I did in the humidity, but at least we had the fans, but those never take care of it all because it's so
No.
sticky. Yeah,
Yeah.
very sticky. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Wow.
hear it. Warrior girl. Hi, warrior girl.
There's Warrior Girl and Synchrony's here, and Oil painter, you can say I've lived 2 days so far, cold and rainy. Oh, and now hot and humid. Oh wow, that's Michigan for you. There you go. North
Mhm.
Carolina, a beautiful day. Oh, very cool. All right. So, last month, was it last month, Trudy? Oh, it was earlier this month. End of last month, earlier this month. I had a dream class, and Trudy was there. And she had some amazing things come through. Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, the first dream that I shared, when I dream, anyway, at your class, I learned that there is more to dreams than just dreams because for me, I just do literal translation. I never
Mhm.
think of looking at it. And
Yeah.
so the dream I shared was when I had a very clear dream that as a voice told first I was shown that there was this man there who was not only handsome and with status and handsome, with status, and intellectual. For me, money
Yeah.
alone won't do it.
Yeah.
And I
Sure.
think,
That sounds like a good package. Yeah.
I think intellectual. And this one even has status. And the boys told me, you will meet this man, and if you go into it, you will lose everything. And so ever since that dream, I don't let anybody get near me.
Don't
Because
get near me. Don't get near me. Yeah.
so Rosie was saying that it stands for ego status, and
Yeah.
it suddenly hit me. That's it.
Yeah.
That is the interpretation, that if I get into ego status, money,
Yep.
those are the things that can corrupt a person easily, and once you get corrupted by that, you can lose everything.
You can, because you become too, you think you're all that, and you think you know everything. Not you particularly, anybody does when they
Yeah.
just step into their ego. So yeah, it was a nice warning. So now Trudy can wink at some of these nice looking young men.
I'm still, I'm still careful. Well, at my age,
Mhm.
I really don't want.
Oh,
It
I
is.
get it. No, I get it.
I think it's also Asian. Even however young we are, when we get widowed, we very seldom remarry. I
Oh,
think it's
really? Okay.
yeah,
I didn't know that. Okay.
yeah. I
Wow.
think that's the culture. My mother was widowed at age 60, and she never got remarried.
Never got remarried. Keith's
No,
mother didn't. She wasn't Asian, but she lost her
yeah,
husband when she was in her 50s and she never remarried. So I think there are some women, it's either because they had a really bad experience or
yes.
because they realize they can stand on their own and they really don't need anybody and they're not looking. So, you know, maybe that's why too. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So that
Diana
really,
remembers. Diana remembers that dream you had. Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
that really helped, because it just relieved this fear. Every time at the dog
Yeah.
park, some man will get into long chat. My first thing is, next time, how do I avoid?
I get it. I get it. How do I back up so I don't, yeah, create a problem? But it really did. I think that also helped you, because when you went to bed the next time, you had not that night, but the next time you had a dream. Hello, nice
Yeah,
to see you. You had another dream,
yeah.
and you didn't think it meant too much either, but your guide said, "Yes, it does. You need to remember." I love that. Your
So
guides.
the other dream,
Mhm.
I was in this boat, a Filipino boat, and this UK, boat pulled next to us and said it's illegal. So they took us all in their boat.
Uh-huh.
And so when we were docking, a voice, the person next to me say, when it pull in, let's run. And in my dream nowadays, when it gets vivid, I'm still able to think. I thought, well, if I take off running, I will miss my group. And
Mhm.
then when it dark, I took off running, and I say, usually, where is a safe place? Oh, church. And of course, in my dream, the church appeared. And I took refuge at the church. And then it was a family
Yep.
a Chinese family who ran a restaurant. So I was with them and helping there. And then the wife got very jealous and want to get rid of me. Her friends
Mhm.
said, why would you want to get rid of her when she is helping you?
Right.
And wife say, well, she can't carry heavy things. I have to hire someone else anyway. And
Uh-huh.
I thought I knew it's a mistake to jump off the ship, because if I had stayed on, the British government would send me back. Now I have to
Yeah,
look for a way to go back.
that's
So,
right. Mhm.
so where do I go to? British embassy. I said no, American embassy, and I walk up. And so I told my spirit team when I was coming to the class. I say it's a clear cut dream. There's nothing to the dream. It's just. And then when I share it,
Yeah,
everyone has so much
had something
to.
to say. Yeah, a lot to it. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, Kate was the one. You and Kate spell out the whole thing about how the dream could be. That I
Yeah.
was leaving my old life
Uh-huh.
behind when I jump off and take off on my new path. And then
You
I
knew.
am
Yeah. Yeah.
with this group.
Mhm.
and taking shelter there. And it actually is where I am right now, taking
That's right.
shelter and
Mhm.
I'm not really wanting to leave because I'm very used and very familiar with this group. And yeah,
Mhm.
I know I should be taking off, but I kept saying, well, it will happen when it happens. Right now, I'm comfortable here.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're learning new things along the way each time. So, and that's what's happening in your real life too. You step into this and then something else shows up and you learn about that. And yeah, it's fabulous. There's so many things about our dreams that we take for granted, I think, and not everybody um, remembers them, but everybody does dream. And so it's a lot of fun to look at it. It's a lot of fun to think about it. And there's a lot more to it than just, even though some dreams are crazy, aren't they? It's like, I ate a whole bunch of food and threw up or whatever it was. I don't know. And it doesn't make sense to some people, it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so this car has yesterday's reading with Terry Suzuki.
Oh.
The guys were speaking Japanese to her. I have been to Japan many times, love it. Oh, so
Mm.
nice. Okay, I got a star.
Okay, Carl. Yeah, we'll definitely look at that one. Stephanie McFadden, that's wonderful. Your dad came to you after he passed. I have mine come to me in dreams, and we spend time together. We talk, and we just enjoy our time together. So that's awesome,
My
awesome,
late,
awesome.
my late
Yeah.
husband came to me a
Yes.
few times with clear. So one day I haven't dreamed about him in a long time, and he came to me.
Uh-huh.
So I said something is up. So I decided to check on his daughter, and I saw his second daughter name on the obituary. I freaked out.
Oh my goodness!
He was
You
only
were trying to find. Oh my! He was
he
trying
was
to let you know. Okay.
his
Yeah.
sister. Her sister didn't let me know, and my late husband wanted me to know. She has
Sure.
passed. She
Yep.
died of cervical cancer, 59.
Oh. Oh, that's too young.
I
Yeah.
need
I'm
to
sorry.
look.
Yeah.
So I wanted to check, and I was going to type in her older daughter's name, and the voice told me no. So I, of course, no. As as a rule, I would go with the older daughter, and I went with the second, and then yeah. So it's
Mhm.
quite amazing how they can come into
Yes.
our dream.
But you listen to the message if in a way, because you think, why would my husband come to me tonight? Why would he do that? So you kind of, yeah, you followed through. And that's really all we can do, because
Yes,
you wouldn't have found out any other way unless his other daughter told you, right? Is it just two girls he had?
and a son. The son
And
passed
a
away.
son.
Yeah.
Oh, he's passed away. Okay.
So I wouldn't
Wow.
have found out at all if it weren't for that dream. So
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
got you into starting this dream group?
I started when I was in Florida, lived in Florida in the 1990s. We had a group of people that met. Of course, there was no internet, and we would meet once a week on Sunday nights, and everybody had different topics to talk about. And dreams always interested me because I remember them, and I've had some very clear ones. And so we used to get together, and people would talk about their dreams, and I would try to interpret them, but at the same time telling them, "You really know the answer more than I do." Hi, Christine. And so it went really well, and I really enjoyed doing it, but I hadn't done it for a while. And then in 2022, I had one dream class here on YouTube that people met with me. And that's where Diana came the first time. And so did Kate and a few other people. And we kept it going for a while. But now finding that if you get the information from the dream class and show up on the dream show that I do on Tuesday nights with my panel, then that's also really helpful. And sometimes we can even figure it out if you can only remember a partial part of your dream. So
Yeah.
I think what made me like it so much was I always analyze stories because I'm a professor and we analyze stories. And I think it's a story to me. I
Yeah.
think it's a story that's presenting itself to me. And that's what made me more interested in it. Yeah. Yeah.
So Zima, I dreamt our two old dogs were children. One a baby I was holding and the other about 3 years old. And we were traveling on a train and I lost the 3-year-old and trying to find her.
Oh, okay.
That's
Um,
interesting.
that's a very interesting dream. Um, so one of them was the baby. Well, you think of them as babies, and that's why, of course, they came through as babies. The other one, 3 years old, they're very mischievous. Is your second dog very mischievous? Does it like, would it run away if it could, or would it do some funny, tricky stuff or whatever? But the train is very important because the train represents journeying and our train of thought and staying on track. So you're traveling with these two animals, and it might be telling you, and I don't want to make you upset, but it might be telling you that you can't hold on to the older one or any animal really forever. And that's really hard for us because they are our babies and we don't want them, but we know realistically that when they get older they do pass. But I had this happen to me, Zima, but it was with a family member. We were on a old-fashioned funeral buggy and with a horse, and we were the three of us, my father, brother, and I, and my other brother wasn't there. We were riding it, and I felt like somebody was going to pass. I thought it was one of these two guys, but it was my mom, and she ended up passing the next day. So some are precognition, some of them are symbolic, some of them are preparing you ahead of time for things that you may or may not like. But I love that you were holding one of them. It just reminds me that you can only hold on to them for so long. And it's just the same as children, because a baby eventually becomes a 3-year-old. And what does a 3-year-old want? To run around and be silly and have fun. And they kind of on their own by that time. Yeah. Yeah.
Zima has 5 dogs.
5 dogs. Oh, okay. Well, that I have 4. So I had 4. I have 3 now. I get it. I get it. They're kind of addictive. It might be that
Oh,
those you're worried about those 2 older dogs.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think three from her. If I'm not mistaken, 3 from her sister.
Oh, Connie,
So
that's very interesting. So, black and white is what a lot of people dream in, men in particular. And usually in black and white, it's like an old movie. It's like um, watching, some movie that before the colorization came out. But your husband colored your life. He was a living, loving member of your life, and he wanted to make sure it stood out to you, I think, as well. So I believe your dream was a visitation. And it's very interesting because what happens, Connie, when the Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz lands in the magical land of Oz? Everything is color. It was black and white when before her house landed there, but now it's all in color. And so they do that too. They give us things or they'll bring a song in, or they'll bring a word in, or something like that, and that will help you with it. So that's wonderful. That's really a good dream, I think. Oh,
Zima
okay, honey. Yeah, yeah, I
too.
get it. I get it. You're worried about them. They're your babies. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, yeah. So we had a lot of fun in the class. We did, and I'll just say that on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific, which is 9 p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. Central Time, I have a dream show with a panel, and some people come on to tell us their dreams. Some people don't want to do that. They write them in the chat, and we take a look at them. Not just me, but others as well. So yeah. So there. Thank you. Hi, Flower Beauty. Linda Ramsey. Wow, we got lots of wonderful people here. Gigi's here too.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, Jill
Oh,
Sinan
yeah.
is here. Oh,
Further up, yeah, I saw Gigi.
yes, Gigi was in the dream class too. Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun class. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I guess we're going to take some questions. Are we? Are we going to do some
So I have
readings?
Carl Hayes and B Mark. Okay.
Okay.
So if I miss anyone, please repost it.
Yep. Let's see what we get for you, Carl. So you're looking more at past life.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, men tend to do it. You don't have any men. Men are the only ones also that are colorblind. Women, I don't believe, have colorblind issues. So that might be also what that's all about. Yeah. Thank you, Thomas. Yeah. All right. So you want to know what past life did I have there? Who were the guys? Terry Suzuki's fabulous. She does really wonderful readings. Yeah. Let me think about this now. Well, Carl, I'm getting a Shinto priest. Not sure how long ago that was. But it reminds me of like the show that's on here called Shogun, or, maybe 13th century or something like that. That you were very connected to taking care of children and helping them out, especially young boys who had nowhere to go after their fathers and mothers were killed. So I see that in a very big lifetime. And I also see a more recent lifetime with you. And you were, I don't know how old you are, Carl. So I'm only going to say if, in fact, you were born in the 40s or 50s, you might have reincarnated back really fast. But I see you in one of the Japanese planes. You were, I don't know if you died as a kamikaze pilot. Yeah. You know that's a great honor to pass. It's like you're a living you're a legend. You're but I'm finding sacrifice to be the two the link between those two lifetimes, that you lived lives of sacrifice. The first time as a priest, and the second time as a pilot who knew the possibilities that they would have to pass. I'm getting that they want you to remember that in any relationship or situation, it may end up costing you time, money, or opportunity. So step up and regain control. Don't let anybody control you like they did in these past lives that you had. Because you weren't necessarily controlled, but outside circumstances made it such that you were controlled by a societal expectation. So they don't want you to fall into that trap in this lifetime. Make sure you set your boundaries and that you do not allow people to take advantage of you. That's what I got.
Wow, that's great.
Wow, that's right. It just came flying in.
Yeah. Anyways, I picked the card belief, the force that works through your soul, determining what is possible or impossible, the difference between success over failure, and above all, who you are is the power of your belief. More and more, I am getting the message when I watch video that we have this eternal self in us, which is the God self. And when we are able to operate from that self and eliminate this ego self, we can affect so much more, because I don't know about other, but for me, my physical self is the one who is always engaged in self-sabotaging.
We do that. We do that, Gertrude. We do. Yeah.
So
Yep.
the second one I pick up is ancestral wisdom. We are your ancestors and we love you. We walked the earth many years before you. We ask you at this point in time to learn and grow from our past experiences. You are our legacy, and we will keep on helping you as we continue to evolve here in the spirit world. So, this with your reading, you have a great message there.
It is a great message. Yeah, Carl, I think that you're only 53. Okay, that's good to know, because I'm feeling as though you've made enough sacrifices, and it's very interesting because you feel drawn to the Japanese culture, and you live now in the Philippines, which is the culture of the Japanese, in a way. I believe that isn't the Philippines a part of Japan? I'm not even sure. I'm not sure. I don't know enough about it, but yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
I just know there are a lot of Japanese on Hawaii. Philippines, I'm not.
Oh yeah. There's so many beautiful things about the Japanese. And see, Terry, her husband's Japanese, and she has bought a house over there, and she fixing it up so she can retire there eventually. And her mother-in-law still lives over there, and so, or her father-in-law, I can't remember, but yeah, they colonized you. Okay. Yeah, it was Japan before. All right. No
Ah,
wonder you're drawn there, because I know you're from the United States, I think, because your family lives over here. So, see, the draw is your past life. That's why you feel so comfortable to it, and you've been back to it. Yeah. Yep. Thank you.
okay, we'll appreciate a message for what is happening with me now. And if
Okay.
any message from my guides.
Okay.
Well, Ali, that's great. That's what I want to do, and I've never been really
You can
able
do
to.
it. You can do it because you're a channeler, so you can do it. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Yeah. You've got the
Yeah,
gift. You've got that gift. So just trust yourself and work it. And again, I don't usually get spontaneous. I've taken the Akashic Records class, but I don't practice it. But this just shot out to me for some reason. So anyway,
great.
yeah. All right. So let's see. I got the Ganesh cards, who I love. The Whispers of Lord Ganesha. And Lord Ganesha is the elephant god in the Hindu religion that is all about prosperity and love and kindness. And yeah, he's just wonderful. So I see here that you have been doing some kind of work, maybe reading or studying or whatever, and that you're fulfilling your destiny, which is to know more, learn more, and be more. And look, you have a beautiful lotus in your head. So that shows, and it's on the crown chakra, which is where the purple color is. And I'm feeling as though you are opening and more and more and more, and you will be fulfilled. Just don't worry. You don't have to do it yesterday or tomorrow. It's taking its time. It says here to sit in the delight of it. Sit in the delight, because it's a delightful experience. And look at how happy he is. He's got his eyes shut. He's sort of like really satisfied. He's holding on to something and saying, wow, this is awesome. So yeah, spend time with that. And after you do that, it says to take a little time to reflect. Sometimes if something interesting happens in my day, I sit down and write it down because I know I won't remember it later. And it's an important step in my journey. And so if you do that, that will also help you remember the good things that happen. So there you go.
So I picked three wonderful cards.
Good.
Triumph. So whatever adversities or whatever things you have been going through, you are, triumphing through it. Passion ignited. And when you ignite your passion, you
Mm-hmm.
will get financial and material changes. the passion. We are always
Mhm.
excited by, the messages. The Ra always say, do what
Yep.
you do with passion and joy.
Yep.
When you do what you do with passion and joy, you will get the financial and material changes. So those are three beautiful cards.
Yes, they are beautiful. They
Triumph,
surely.
passion ignited. I love that. When your passion is ignited, you can make anything and everything happen.
Don't forget that, everybody. Yeah. That's a beautiful, beautiful message. Wow. Thank you so much. All right. So we also have some other people that have put their names in, let's see, Linda Ramsey. And thank you for telling us about Ganesha Flower Beauty. Yes, he's invoked because he's the remover of obstacles. Yep. And we have Julie Hamill, if you see Julie Hamill, and Diamond. That's what I can see right now. So, all right. But we're going to give Zima
Truly,
Robbins. Okay.
you mean
What me?
they were asking for reading? I don't see.
Yes. Okay. So let's see. You and I on the same timeline. Yeah. You see them now. Linda was 1228. Linda's is before Julie's. If you go up a
Yeah,
little bit. Okay. You got hers. Okay. And then Diamond. You got Diamond.
I got Diamond.
Oh, you guys, you're making me kind of sad because I lost my mom in 88. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. They're saying they lost their dads in 1988. I'm like, wow. Hmm. Okay, so you want a general message. Okay, so I have the first, these are from the Osho Zen Tarot, which I really love. Integration is the first card. So there's something new that you're integrating into your life. And what it's specifically making sure that you want to do is knowing when it's time to balance one side or another. And they give you the yin and the yang here, which is a symbol for balance. And so you can see the diamond is over your head. And there's two different kinds of birds. One's an eagle, one's a swan sitting beside you, beside the head. So it's saying you need to integrate all the parts of yourself, the eagle, the diamond, and the swan, and realize just how beautiful you are. And you need to look at it both spiritually as well as physically. Make sure you love yourself. The next part is this will bring a big awareness to you. It will be like you've broken through. Something you're breaking through will bring you some awareness about what it is that either you're meant to be or do. And it says, we are the world. So you are a part of this beautiful chain of light workers that are around the world. And everybody that ever comes into any of these chats, we're all vibrating at a very high rate of vibration, because you wouldn't be sitting here listening to this if you thought we were cuckoo. So we may be a little cuckoo, but at the same time, we're all holding the light. We're all holding the light. And so what affects you affects me, affects Gertrude, affects others. And the same thing, we affect you in some way as well. So thank you.
So Zima, I pick an interesting card that only you can read for yourself. Deception and envy. You know, someone in your life, and then the waiting game, rest and rejuvenate. So your spirit team is telling you to make sure you rest and rejuvenate.
Mm.
So interesting. How would you read this? Deception and envy, the waiting game, rest and rejuvenate.
Deception and envy might be around her. I don't tend to think she's doing those things, but we don't know sometimes when people deceive us or are envious of us. And sometimes we just think everybody, has our best interest at heart. The second one is what?
The waiting game.
Okay. And so it might take some time for you to unravel who that person might be. So you might have to wait to find out. But in the meantime, the last card tells you to rest and rejuvenate. So don't let it bother you. Just ask your guides to protect you, ask your angels to protect you, and to know that you are safe.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I seldom pick these 3 cards, so that is a clear
They're
message.
beautiful, though. Yeah, they're beautiful cards. Yeah. Uh-huh. Wonderful.
City is sad.
Oh!
Brown.
Really? Wow.
My late husband collect all her books.
Oh,
I
yeah?
have the whole,
The whole thing? Yeah.
yeah, almost all of it.
Oh. Okay. Well, I think you're right. I don't have, a Sylvia Brown card here, but I see that she's telling you to persevere, not to give up, to stay the course, to keep up with your plan, to have your channel, and don't let anybody else bother you about it, and including me. Whenever you're ready to do it, you'll do it. That's what she's saying. And she says it will be a great achievement for you. And it also follows along with the community that you're hoping to build in the real world. If that makes sense to you. I think so. I think you're going to get that achievement. Maybe just not immediately, but you've made that small step. And finally, she wants you to enjoy it, live in the splendor of it. She says, make sure that you're also living your life outside of, outside, in the physical world. Enjoy the butterflies, enjoy all the beauty that's around you, because it's there for you to see. So, wow, I'd say she is. Mm-hmm.
So let's see what. So I just pick embrace the moment. Embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively today and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you are changing your energy.
Ah, I agree with that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Julie,
Julie.
I please have message from my guys.
All right. Oh, well, thank you, Thomas. We're glad that you came by, and thank you for stopping and spending a little bit of time with us here. All right. All right. Your mom loved her too? Okay, Hypnicity. That makes sense. Sure. My mother loved Jean Dixon, and she loved what's that other lady's name? I don't remember her name right now, but my mother was interested in that. But my mother also read the National Enquirer. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh, I didn't know that too, Lynn. Okay. Very good. All right, Judy. I hope you're feeling a sense of belonging, because you have found the spiritual community. And as you have been with us, we hope that you are feeling that you are one of us, and you belong with us, and we're happy that you found us. Let's put it that way. And Ganesha says, I'm sending you lots and lots of blessings. I love this because there's just so much going on in here. And look at it, it's almost like confetti is coming out of one of his hands, a flower's on another, and he's got other things coming off the other hands. Ganesha is the remover of obstacles, just as Flower Beauty said. And Ganesha is there to bless you with whatever it is you need. And they said your spiritual practice is spot on. I don't know if you just started maybe doing some smudging, but I'm guessing that maybe burning incense or smudging is something they want you to do, where you take, usually what you do is you get yourself, and you could get this at a metaphysical store. You can get an abalone shell, and you can put in sage and sweetgrass, and it kind of has a little bit of smoke, unless you have a problem with smoke in the house. And it will clear the energy of what's going on and bring in more sacredness to you. You can also get them in a spray bottle. So
Yeah.
hi,
So I get,
Liz. Go ahead.
so I get the first one, breaking free,
Mhm.
shadow work, and divine being. So the message is break free. You use your shadow work to break free from yourself,
Mhm.
from everything and everybody, actually, because the shadow work will free you from everything for you to attend to your divine being.
Mhm. Beautiful.
Yeah, Liz said, no, Liz, it's not too late. Liz said, glad
Yeah.
to see you expanding.
Uh-huh. It's
So
good to
let
see you there, Liz. Yeah. Mm.
Diamond,
Oh, yes.
may I
You know,
please?
diamonds are a girl's best friend, so she's our best friend. Diamond, I hope you got a chance to listen to Pam's message to you from yesterday. It was really, I thought it was really well done. And so if you didn't, she did read for you.
And here is our wonderful Sharon site. Thank you for.
Sharon, I'm glad you're back. I hope that that your sister's doing. Did you get Sherry Laidler's question? Did you get her question?
Yes, Sherry,
You
yes.
did. Okay. Okay, good. Thank you, Jen.
Yeah, coming up next.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, thank you, Jane. I got it after I saw your post, and then I start looking backwards.
Yeah, that was really nice. Yeah. Okay, Liz has her question to put up. All right. So, Diamond, you have a breakthrough. You've had a breakthrough. Look at this. What I really love about this is that you have popped through. It almost looks like you're surrounded by all this magical um, stones and the beauty of all of the light that emanates from you and from them. It's like you've joined with, and you're coming into this breakthrough that's going to be helping you determine which way to go. And you need to celebrate that breakthrough. Look at that. Woohoo. Go out dancing, have a drink, go out to eat, whatever it is that you like to do. Go to the park, because it's been hard. It's been difficult for you. And finally it says, you got the tiger for success. Look at that. Success is coming your way with whatever that breakthrough was. And so do celebrate. Yeah. Hello. How are you, Marina? It's nice to see you.
So I get letting go,
Uh-huh.
and letting go is so important, especially, on the spiritual journey. And recently, my team kept pushing, letting go, detaching, because when you let go and you don't have anything holding you back, it's
Mm-hmm.
easier to prepare for the new beginnings
That's
and
right.
rising up. So that is
Wow.
the messages.
It is. Sounds to me like you got some really good things coming your way. That's wonderful. Yeah. Awesome. All right.
So here comes
Is
Sherry.
she? Oh, okay.
What is my most recent past life, as I have had many?
So I'm seeing, I'm seeing New York City in about 1910, around that time period. I could see all the buggies and the horses and the people, and they're all scrambling around. Like some old footage that I have seen of what was going on in the city at that time. And at this time, I see you as a little boy that's like selling the newspaper on the side of the street, on the side. I don't even know if there were sidewalks, but out of the road. Although you do make your way out into the road to try to tell people going by if they want to buy one of your, was it like 1 penny or something for a newspaper. I'm going to try to see if I can read what the newspaper says, the headlines. It looks to me like on the front of the newspaper, it's talking about some of the really rich people that live in the city, and they are trying to have a big gathering, like of all the rich people. So maybe the Rothschilds or that kind of thing. I'm trying to push you forward and see if I see you any older doing this. Oh, okay. So as you grow up, it looks to me as though you become a reporter because this is so interesting to you. But you were an immigrant child and you were helping your family. I want to say you came over from Ireland on one of the and came in through New York Harbor. That's what I get. I'll see if I can figure out what your role was in that lifetime, but I'll let Trudi go ahead.
Yeah, so I just have a message from the spirit. Take a moment, stop. Now is not the time to rush into the decision you are about to make. Before this important decision is made, take a moment to pause and quiet your mind so that you can ask your soul for guidance before you act or move forward.
Mm.
I
Mm-hmm.
I'm finding this more and more in my when I do channeling,
Mm-hmm.
and go inside, clear the mind, clear everything, go inside and listen,
Mm-hmm.
and the answer will come up.
Yes, I agree with that. So you get the authenticity card. So it's saying that at that time, when you were living and you were working as a little boy and then you were working as a reporter, probably for a similar or the same paper, that people wanted you to meet all their expectations and you had to be careful about what it is that you said because that was the time period. But it says here, this lifetime now, remember that, so that you can fully express yourself in your own unique way. And that's what the lesson was for you when you were leaving the lifetime. In other words, you can come back and you can live the life that you want to live, not what society tells you how to live. So thank you. All right. Hi,
Rachel,
Linda.
Rachel H. Oh,
Yes.
here's Jody. Hi.
Oh, Jody's here. Hi, Jody. Yeah. Wonderful to see everybody here this morning. Thank you. If we missed anybody, it wasn't on purpose. Thanks for being here with us. Yeah. Hypnicity, I didn't know she lived in Washington either. Sylvia Brown did? I do know that. Oh, wow. So your guides are saying, Rachel, life, an ordinary life, is still extraordinary. many times we'll get to the end of our life and we'll say, what did we do? Or we even get to a certain point in our life. We say, what did I do? I didn't do anything that fantastic. And it doesn't matter. You're here living your life, and no life is ordinary. No matter how ordinary you might think it is, it's very extraordinary. And that's what your life is. It says sometimes you might feel like an outsider. And that just might be because the people that you haven't found your people yet, or you haven't found the right people yet that you feel comfortable with. So I'm going to say this isn't something that has to remain the way it remains. And it also could mean you have had, you are, well, we're all star seeds, which means you might have come in recently from another planetary system, and this world here is kind of different than there. But you examine the ideas of existence. Look at that. You're sitting beautifully and looking at the stars and the comets and everything. And it says, just keep remembering your existence is important in this world. It's very, very important. And don't you ever forget it.
Yes, because I get the divine being. And
Yes.
I just love that the divine being is a reminder to us that we are spirit.
Yes.
The tendency is to just look at our physical life and forget we are spirit. Clearing your space.
Yep. Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's
And
wonderful.
then awakening.
Oh, yeah.
So you are awakening.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. Uh-oh. I hear those babies.
So for a long time, they didn't I closed the door to the bedroom, and they didn't realize there is a room they can look outside the door. And when they discover it, they love it. After that.
Oh, they're so sweet, really. All right. So you heard a loud popping on the wall and your daughter's apartment ceiling an hour apart. Oh, my dogs are going to go now. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. They feel for your dogs. All right. Can you hear them? That's your cousins. Those are your cousins. I know. Oh, goodness. Did you remember what you were thinking about or what was going on, Tammy? Well, when this happened, any idea? Hello, Mary. It was one big pop. Okay, one big pop. Huh. Okay, April, that's enough. That's enough. I think it was. Your guides. It could have been. It could have been your ancestors, your mom and dad, on the other side, or your brother. I know your brother passed. It could be them just saying we're here. But I also want to say, I don't know if you have any. Is this the ceiling to your roof, or is this just the ceiling from up above? I don't know. I'm kind of concerned that there's something in there that may need repairing. So, you were both half awake. Okay. Yeah. They're trying to get a message to you, obviously, and if you're half awake, they knew it, and they just wanted you to be aware. Maybe I would look to my dreams tonight, or I would look for anything that would show up around that would give you that a message, because a pop sounds to me like a gun, but it could also be a balloon popping. It could be any of those things. So, yeah, that's what I get. I'm sorry. I don't know if I have the answer for you, Tammy.
Yeah, I just get the support. People come into your life for many different reasons. Some you learn from and then they move on, while others return often because you need to learn more from those individuals. Others remain beside you throughout your entire life.
Mhm. Okay. That's pretty good because it is a message. And Tammy said her daughter was dreaming of talking to a female, and her ceiling is the top floor, and I was in a different house. Okay. Um, wow. So that something about the female was just she's going to get a message from a female. More, or maybe that was the message. Um, but you were in a different house. That's what's really baffling to me. It must be somebody that you both are tied to, that you both know, that you both have this on the other side. Oh, of course, Sharon Sipe. Much love to you. I am so sorry for your loss, and much love to your sister-in-law and your family. I know she just lost her brother, and much love, much love. Her brother-in-law. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, dear.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm going to shut my door. I'll be right back. You know what it is, Trudi? They know that an hour is almost up. That's what my dogs do after an hour is almost up.
List in awe. Have I done anything to fall off a cliff? Suddenly not feeling a path to healing others as I heal myself.
Hmm. Are you doubting it, Liz? Do you
You
have a
know,
lot of doubt?
I
Yeah.
went through that 2 weeks ago. One Saturday, I suddenly don't see any path ahead and I don't want to do anything anymore. It was just complete dark night. And so I
Yep.
look at my life and I say, okay, what do I do to change this? I cut down on my collaboration. I put it to one a week because
Okay.
you don't want to do, if I do too much and every single day I'm tired up,
You're worn out. Yeah. Yeah.
then,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. I get it. I get it. You know how to do that. Then that's self-care. And so it is odd, Tammy. I'm going to have to really think about it. I wish I could give a better answer. I'm just not knowing what it is. Sorry. You know what, though? If you're around, come to the dream show and see if Terry can figure it out for you, because she's pretty good like that. So. All right. So big dreams are built by those who do the work. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, and feeling as though you can't do the work, then it's time for self-care. It's time to remember that you are mortal. But it's also time maybe to call on some of your guides that have been with you, look at that baby, in the past lives. And but interestingly enough, it says participate with the master. And this is Osho, but it could be whoever that might be Raphael. Participate with Archangel Raphael. Call him in. Ask him to help you. Ask him to help you heal yourself. And then as you heal yourself, healing others will come naturally. But yes, we all have days of discouragement and despair. And even those of us who've been on the path for a long time, don't give up. We need you. We definitely need you.
Yeah, I picked the card. Self-sabotage. When you learn to get out of your own way, there will be no stopping you. Most of the time, it's not others who prevent you from achieving your true goals. It's the inner voice that derails those carefully woven plans. And that's a clear message
Yeah.
from the
Yep.
spirit.
And we do sabotage ourselves. We say, "Oh, I'm not as good as this one," or "I don't know as much as that one," or it doesn't matter. We're all on the path, and we all do that to ourselves. It's not. We don't want to do it to ourselves. We just tend to do it at times.
Yeah, I do that all the time. Like,
Mhm.
recently, Claudia, I kept asking my spirit team, why don't I see clearly like she does. And then, so one day I get the answer. That is her path. She has those tools for her path, but that
Yep.
is not your path. Your
Yep.
path, is my path to oneness.
Yep.
So they
Yep.
remind
Everybody has a different one. Oh, you were just thinking of self-sabotage? Well, there you go.
in spite of some of the beautiful validation I have
Yep.
gotten in the past. I
Yep.
struggled with self-sabotage for so long. And
Yep.
recently I got past that with this knowledge of the divine being, that we are divine beings. So, our real self, our eternal self, that is the real self that we are. And
Yep.
of course, what is very present is our physical self with all the baggage and,
Well, it's
so
our 3D self because we have to live on this planet,
it's,
and we need to cut ourselves a break. Would you? You wouldn't tell somebody else that oh, forget about it. Forget about it. You can't do that. But we tell ourselves that. We would never tell somebody else that. And so it's just something that happens. And I think we get tired. We kind of wonder if things are going the way they should be going. So yeah, you're not the uncanny. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yep. Yep. Wow. That's awesome. Thanks, everybody, because it's nice to know, even though we don't want this to happen, we know it's not just us. We know it's others that have felt that way too. So, yep.
so not one, but both dogs came and told me it's an hour. I don't know how they know.
They were talking to my dog, I think, and my dog said, "Yep, I agree. It's been an hour." You know how much they are like real children. So,
I don't know how they have a clock in their head.
I know.
Too.
They're psychic. They're psychic dogs.
You
Bye,
know,
Jen. Take care of yourself, honey. Oh,
dealing with fatigue, illness, and poverty, but the passion and spiritual that feels real direction.
yeah. You know what? We talked about Maslow's hierarchy, and Marina's right. We have to focus on ourselves, because when we're feeling sick or we're feeling lost or we're feeling, poor in whatever way, it's hard to be cheerful. And when you're not cheerful, it's hard to then, so give yourself a break, my dear. Yeah. You're welcome, Hypnicity. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, Silver, we can try to find out how to do it. Yep. I thought I had it set up for closed captioning. I'm sorry. I'll see if I can fix that for you. Yeah. Yep. All right.
Oh, but yeah, I think you just press on the CC and then you that's what I use it all the time when I watch a video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at the bottom right there's the 2CC. Press on it and you get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, Trudi. I had a wonderful time. It was fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you all for being here. And I always enjoy. I love your energy.
Oh, you're a sweetheart. You're a sweetheart. And next month we'll be back. I'll be on my channel, and Trudi will simulcast. And we always and have a good time, and we have a better time because you all come. So thank you all for coming.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Here we go.